Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left.
Oh my God!
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me. I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Well, we got the... So the narrator is evil. We've just established that the narrator is evil. That's probably the evilest monologue I've ever heard in any media.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. Maybe some evil narrator that's controlling this world decided to liquefy everyone and keep me alive as a f***ing pet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'll do as I'm told. Yes, I will. I feel like I've just been to obedience school. Right, okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
No.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
We will do that.
He might find an answer there.
We will totally do that, but let's read this board because we didn't see this board. So, to do, core values, expenditures, shift global market parity, monetize free to... It's so bad how real that is. That feels too close to the bone, guys. Monetize free to play. That's a bit too close to the bone. Okay. Okay, right? I'm just going to throw it out there. He's a dick.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
What? So, it's not just like you walk into a room and it's the same scripted thing? That's what I think of your game. I'm just gonna hide in here. There's nothing you can do about it. Right. Let's f him. Haha, you thought I was coming out, but I'm here. Moving on.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's this? We didn't do this door. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you busy? Oh, that's a room. The f is that? Why is there a portrait of a panda with a gun to its head? Business strategy? What's this? I am the most expensive boss. Let's go up. Let's go up. Is the narrator singing? Oh, I'm locked in with a psycho. What the f? to go home. I just want to go home. Fine. Have it your way.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet.
I know,
So the
I'm
boss
waiting.
had assigned it an extra secret pin number.
I'm waiting.
2845.
If I did this...
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Was there 3 paintings before? Must have been. Yeah, I wasn't going to do it right away because this narrator would have went, no, 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 Stanley, no, no. Do you think I would have kept the same keypad code? You silly little person, you. You're not going to rule this video game world. No, I am the master here. I am the one that dictates your future. That kind of thing. Totally, that's what would have happened. Right, take 2.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read...
Yoink! Not really. GTF! I'm getting out of here.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes. The thing is, guys, this is the kind of narcissistic person that is going to make me do what he wants him to do.
Revealed. Each bore the number of an
And I'm still going to lose.
Stanley's co-workers.
I can feel
the
it.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Right, okay, let's go.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't
253.
be true. Had
Here's my
Stanley
plan.
really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
That one.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Because
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Because, guys, that is the kind of person that I am. I would never hit that button. It would always be the off button. Maybe.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Was it over?
Yeah.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Of course.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Yeah.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go,
Damn right.
what to do,
Yeah.
or how to feel.
Yeah.
Whatever life he lives, it
Be
will
mine.
be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Of course it is.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Yeah.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
No. After giving a speech like that, you think I'm going to listen to you now? Nah. I'm going to stand right here. I'm going to stand right here, guys. Right here. Not moving. Nah. I'm going to decide what happens in this video game. It's going to be me. So the question is, how long do I need to wait before the narrator gets annoyed with me? We've literally gone to Switzerland.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah. I'm happy I haven't been blown up. We're going to do the escape. We're going to do the escape this time.
Tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Do you guys feel relaxed? I feel amazing. Think of anything that you've ever watched where the villain has been so good that you hate them, but you couldn't have them not in the TV program, the game, whatever. Think of any villain that you truly hate, but they make it part of what you Borderlands 2, yeah? Handsome Jack. Had a horse in Red Dead Redemption called Handsome Jack.
Walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Mm-hmm.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I could have.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
Yes.
and willingly confront his death.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be confident about this. I'm going to meet my death. Whatever that is. This looks horrible. It's just a pit. Oh, wait a minute. The hell am I
As
in?
the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I don't think I've...
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal
Who are you?
jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Are we in Inception? Are we like in a dream within a dream?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
No.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Nature paintings. Wonderful. The two doors. The set. Right, let's. The set of two. Oh, whoa, hello. The set of two doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. So I've always went through the door on the left. So are you telling me that because I went down the escape route that said escape, I've beaten the game? And if I turned back, I would have lost? Filing cabinets, I love this. Office computers. Go and say buttons. Button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard strokes and synthesized tone. The classic two doors. That's, by the way, right? Let's just pause for a second. This game is dicking with me. Because I've still got a left and I've still got a right. The office. The maintenance room. 431436. Does that mean anything? Is that supposed to be... There it is again. 436. There's a wrench there. In December 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of the game. These are screenshots of the video we made for the announcement and the game's delay. After the second trailer was sent out and asked people to email the narrator questions. Oh, okay, cool. The lounge, an early version of the lounge. The office. I'm still waiting for the apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to different... Have I done the game? Have I beaten the game? Are these all the other endings? Option 1. Doorway to maintenance in the lounge. Option 2. Doorway to maintenance. 2 options. The other entrance would be hidden depending on how you entered. Wait! So you can... One option. So the two... Oh, right, okay, vent. Right, so... Doorway to maintenance in the lounge and the original back on track option. So I could... To the confusion ending. I'm already confused. So that's the first choice. The first choice, disobey, then there's a hallway there, then there's the lounge. First choice, disobey. What about this? Then there isn't a hall. The game is now paused. Begin the game, resume the game, options, return, escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realised this was what we were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Okay. I don't know if I want to read all these.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
There it is.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.